Night 2 of WrestleMania 36. Oh, I can't wait to rip this show apart. Oh my God, this night was terrible. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Oh God, the people on Twitter who are calling this one of the top 5 greatest WrestleManias of all time. What glue are you sniffing? Because that must be some really potent shit. Oh my God. Another example of people believing that maybe just one match can save an entire show. Oh my God. And how blind some people are because they just love that certain wrestler, and if that certain wrestler wins, then the show is instantly great. Bull fucking shit. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this, and I don't give a damn who I piss off. I'm gonna love every second I have of ripping this show a new asshole. So here I am. I'm not the $1 million champ. I'm the $30 champ, and I'm here to rip apart Night 2 of WrestleMania 36. Fuck this show. Here we go. Now, you're probably thinking, based on all the shit I just said, that you would think, oh, you're just gonna say this is the worst WrestleMania of all time, and you're just gonna hate on it just for the sake of hating on it. Not true. There are some good moments in here, but like I said, one match and a couple of good moments does not automatically save a show. Case in point, WrestleMania 6 had one of the greatest main events in WrestleMania history. But the overall show of WrestleMania 6 is not really that great because the rest of the card is pretty much forgettable. I actually forgot that Dusty Rhodes worked that show with Macho Man Randy Savage of all people. I actually forgot that Ravishing Rick Rude humiliated Jimmy Snuka as he should have. You know, that show is mainly remembered for the main event. And that's Hogan and Warrior, and rightfully so. But like I said, one match or one or two moments does not automatically make a show great. You all know I'm right. But was this the worst WrestleMania of all time? Absolutely not. But oh man, there was a lot of flaws that certainly keeps it from being a great WrestleMania. Believe me. Where the hell do I begin? How about we start with the utter lack of originality? You literally used the exact same opening for this night that they did for night 1. You want to talk about lazy? I was thinking, well, since this is a 2-night show, they were going to use a specific opening for night 1 and a specific opening for night 2. That's what I get for thinking. So, let's start the show. Rhea Ripley defends the NXT Women's Championship in the opening match of Night 2 against Charlotte Flair. Oh, excuse me. Most of the times when I think of Charlotte Flair, she seems to be a cure for insomnia. But all kidding aside, for right now, this match was horrible. You had the luxury of pre-taping this show, pre-taping this match, and you still found a way to air botching from Charlotte Flair. And I even said on Twitter, I had fun with this, and a lot of people seem to agree with me on this. But go back and watch Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. But watch it with your eyes closed. Just listen to it. Don't watch it. Listen to it. Try to tell me that it doesn't sound like Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley are having angry hate sex. Now that I've said that, you're going to go back and listen to that match, and you're going to know I'm right. They sound like they're fucking in a hateful way. But Charlotte Flair wins the belt because of course she did, and I saw all those people on Twitter saying, congratulations to Rhea Ripley on her WrestleMania debut. And I immediately replied to, the debut would have been even better if she'd have fucking won the match. And then I saw those people praising Charlotte Flair's win, like, oh, this could lead to greatness. We're going to get Charlotte Flair in all our new takeover shows. Really? You want this overrated Nimrod in your NXT takeover shows? The shows that you all praise almost as if it were a religion. You want Charlotte Flair to botch up your NXT takeover shows. Well, guess what? You wanted her, now you got her. And once she's exposed for the botchy bitch that she is, you'll have yourself to blame for wanting it so bad. I can't wait to see how many people come on social media several months from now saying, oh God, I really regret wanting Charlotte in my takeover shows. I can't wait for that to happen because I know it's coming. Second match, Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley. Aleister won. Who gives a fuck? Let's move on. Now this was a match, this third match, this was a match I was looking forward to because it had some of the best storytelling that the WWE has had in the past few months, and that is Otis against Dolph Ziggler. The storytelling was good, the build was good, and this was actually a pretty solid match. I guess Sonya Deville is a heel, and I guess they've split up the Fire and Desire team of Mandy and Sonya. Fine. Excuse me. But towards the end of the match, I really loved this. I said on Twitter, Mandy Rose channeled her inner China by knocking Ziggler straight in the penis, allowing Otis to win the match and get the girl. This was the WrestleMania feel-good moment that we knew was coming. The only downside is that it literally happened in front of nobody. And I even said, this moment would have been so much better if it were in front of a live audience. But a lot of today's wrestling fans have short attention span, and we just got to hurry up and get to that result now. They could not wait for it to happen in front of a live crowd and get that monstrous pop that I know it would have gotten. However, I will give credit. This was a good match. The right guy won, and we got that feel-good moment that we wanted to have. There you go. A good match and a good moment. Doesn't mean the night was good, though. Now, we're going to talk about Edge and Randy Orton. Last man standing match. Now, I will give credit. This match had a brilliant beginning. With Edge coming out, waiting for Randy to come out, and you just see a guy in a jumpsuit just running there, RKO Edge. Brilliant beginning. He's dressed up like a cameraman, and he sneaks in an RKO on Edge. And then the rest of the match happened. My God. I was ready to send my grandchildren to college by the time this match was over. This match just dragged on and on and on and on and on and on. What was the gag that Brian Zane used in his No Holds Barred review? They just kept punching and punching and punching and punching and punching and punching and punching. Sorry, Brian. didn't mean to steal your joke there, but I felt like I had to. Because that's what I felt like this was. And it's like there was one or two innovative spots, but they really didn't do anything. It's like this just... The longer this went on, the more boring it got. I mean, it's great to see Edge back in the business, but I'm not going to be blinded by being a fan. I'm not going to be blinded. I'm just going to tell it like it is. This match was boring. And the finish was so predictable. I could see it from 10 miles away. That concerto finish. Predictable. Now, I've always said that predictability is not always a bad thing. And the right guy won, in my opinion. You want to build momentum up for Edge and get his revenge story and get that revenge moment on Randy Orton. That was the right decision. But the finish was way too predictable, and this match just dragged the fuck on. I feel like they should have sliced at least 10 minutes off of this match. It really dragged me down, and it really took a lot of energy out of me. And then we get to the Raw Tag Team titles, the Street Profits against Garza and Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Street Profits win. Nobody gives a shit. Not even Bianca Belair could save this. Fuck this match. Next. The SmackDown Women's Championship in that Fatal 5-Way match. It's Bayley, Sasha Banks, and 3 bitches that ain't winning this match. But all seriousness, it's Bayley, Sasha, Lacey Evans, Naomi, and Tamina. And what do you know? My joking prediction was right. It's Bayley and Sasha and 3 bitches that ain't winning. The eliminations probably didn't go as I thought they would. I really thought they were going to end it with Sasha versus Bayley. But now that I think about it, this match went in the right direction. Because now you can slowly build. This is where it begins. Now you can slowly build to a Bayley versus Sasha match at SummerSlam. Exactly 5 years, probably to the day of their legendary match at TakeOver Brooklyn. That's where you should go. From here, just build to that match. And there you go. This match, though, was... And by this point in the show, I was on Twitter saying, you know what? Night 1 has easily outdone Night 2. Night 2 is sucking really hard. And then we got to the Firefly Funhouse match between John Cena and the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I didn't know what to expect. But I was thinking these last 2 matches better fucking deliver. Oh, but before I cover this, Gronk won the 24/7 title in case anybody cares. John Cena comes out, and immediately looks like the tape stops, and now we're in Firefly Funhouse. So Bray Wyatt invites Cena to the Funhouse, and he walks out the door. And then, boom, there's John Cena. And what followed was one of the campiest, one of the cheesiest, and yet one of the most entertaining matches that I have personally ever seen. I fucking loved this match. You see Bray Wyatt standing in a ring. By the way, John Cena's interactions with the puppets was perfect. You would expect a guy like Cena to not take these puppets seriously. You would expect that from him. So I didn't have a problem with him underselling the puppets the way he did. Yet they clearly got his attention. But then this match starts with Bray Wyatt in the ring, and they keep flashing back to John Cena's debut against Kurt Angle. And then, oh my God, Cena comes out in his ruthless aggression attire, and there you see the big SmackDown fist as he walks by it. And Bray Wyatt is literally saying the exact same words that Kurt Angle said to him, and John Cena is like, apparently when he's dressed like he was, all he can literally say is ruthless aggression and swing. Ruthless aggression, swing. Ruthless aggression, swing. And he keeps missing. It's like, I was like, oh, thank God they didn't go, hey, are you sorry for what you did 6 years ago? Ruthless aggression. I'm glad they didn't go that far. I'm glad they didn't go too far with that particular bit. But then it just cuts to the good days of pro wrestling. Saturday night's main event, brother. And we got to see a small, itty bitty little glimpse of the blue cage. That seemed even if it was just a part of it, even if it was just a small piece of it, seeing that blue bar cage again just took me back to when steel cage matches were fucking awesome. To see Bray Wyatt in his workout gear introducing Johnny Large Meat. And it's Cena in his regular attire lifting weights to the point where his arms go numb and everything. I can't talk this match any justice. You just gotta go watch this match for yourself. There was a line during the ruthless aggression bit that I dare not spoil, because if you hear it, you're just gonna go, oh. Then they cut to Bray's past, and the Southern Swamp Man that he was 6 years ago, and it's like, I'm giving you a chance to rewrite history, John. And it's like, then they before that they had the Doctor of Thugonomics cut a rap, and John Cena could still do the rap. But y'all have to understand, the Doctor of Thugonomics was my John Cena. That was the right time to be a John Cena fan, was the Doctor of Thugonomics days. But this this match, if you want to even call it a match, was damn entertaining. It was cheesy. It was over the top. It was hokey. But you know what? By God, sometimes that's what wrestling needs to be. It reminded me of what wrestling once was and what wrestling can still be if you want it to be truly entertaining. So we see the Fiend choke out John Cena with the mandible claw, and while the Fiend is choking out Cena with the claw, Bray Wyatt counts 3, and I guess Cena literally just disappears into vapor. Boop! He's gone. So I guess Bray Wyatt won the match? Huh. I mean, Titus O'Neil had the perfect reaction when they cut to him right after that match. And then the main event. Brock Lesnar defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre. Now, y'all are about to hate me for what I'm about to say, but this match blew chunks for one reason. It was no different than Goldberg versus Strowman from night 1. Let me explain why I say that. I'm perfectly fine with Drew McIntyre winning. That was the right decision. You want a full-timer to be your world champion. I get it. Drew winning was the right move. But here's my problem. Maybe I'm one of the very few fans that noticed this, but they literally copied the exact same format that they used for Goldberg versus Strowman in night 1, where it's finisher, 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 kick out, finisher, 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 match is over. Goldberg hits 3 spears. Strowman hits 3 or 4 power slams, wins the match. Lesnar hits 3 F5s. Drew McIntyre hits 3 or 4 claymores, wins the match. It's the exact same thing. And yeah, well, he did a few German suplexes too, so the fuck what? That's just what Brock Lesnar does, is German suplexes. But if you really look at it, they just said, okay, what Goldberg and Strowman did, y'all do that too. They literally copied the Universal title match's format for this match. But with that being said, I mean, congratulations to Drew McIntyre. He definitely earned that win, and I'm glad he's the champion now. But that match fucking sucked. As a main event to a WrestleMania, that match can eat shit. This night can eat shit. Otis versus Ziggler and Cena versus The Fiend were easily the two best matches on the card, on this night, excuse me. Not on the overall card, but on this night. But as I said, one or two matches or one or two moments doesn't necessarily make the overall show great. If you look at this night, all you literally need to watch is Cena and The Fiend and Otis and Ziggler. Fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. If you want to see Drew beat Lesnar, then fine. But fuck that match because it was unoriginal and it was lazily done. I understand times are tough with this virus and everything, but my God, you could have done something a little different. Like I said, one or two matches doesn't save the night. This night sucked shit. It was horrible. Night one was easily a better night than night two. And night one's not really all that perfect either. Your main eventer in Becky Lynch, who main evented last year and won the main event last year, was fucking mid-card in the first night, and she wins in a fluke fashion, in a screwy fashion. You had Kofi Kingston, who won the WWE title the year prior, and now he's losing a tag team title match. You had Goldberg defending a title against a guy who got hazed for being a cyberbully on Twitter, and the cyberbully wins the title. Night one was not really that great either, but at least it had that boneyard match. But as I said, one or two good matches doesn't save an entire show. If I had to give each of these nights a grade from A to, A, B, C, D, or F, I would give night one a C+, maybe a B- at the best. I give night two a fucking F. Because a couple of sprinkles on a turd is still a turd. WrestleMania 36, overall, night 1 and 2, overall, was WrestleMania 36 the worst WrestleMania of all time? No. But it was far from the greatest. And all those people are saying it's one of the greatest, like top 5. Really? You're going to be that blinded by your sheepish love of this company to say that it's top 5 WrestleMania of all time? Really? Are you that fucking blind? I mean, Bret Hart is my favorite wrestler of all time, but not all of his matches were fucking great. Some of his matches were shit, and I'm man enough to admit that. My fucking hero of wrestling, Bret Hart, has had some shitty matches, and I'm ready and willing to say when his matches are shit. Hulk Hogan's the greatest star the business has ever had, but he was a shit wrestler. The point is, WrestleMania 36 is going to be looked back on as a WrestleMania that's awkward. Yeah, you admit that you watched it, but then you look back on it and you're thinking, man, we got this show, but it could have been better. It could have been done better. It could have been booked better. It could have been structured better. And it should have been postponed. Wait until you can get this kind of show in front of a live crowd. I understand you want to do the whole show must go on mentality. I get it. It's business. But WrestleMania 36 overall will be a largely forgettable show. And years from now, there's only going to be 2 things about it that people are going to look back on it for. That's the Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match. The rest of the show can eat shit. Even with Otis's feel-good moment, that's not enough to save this. And for all those people that are saying that WrestleMania 36 will be one of the greatest, just keep telling yourself that. One day, you'll stop believing it. Trust me. Now, I know my opinion is probably going to piss some of you fans off. I don't care. I'm a fan. I have been a fan of professional wrestling for over 30 years, but I've always said deep down in my heart, a true fan is willing to admit when something they love gives them bullshit. If you don't like it, tough shit. It's my opinion, and to quote Batista, deal with it.